Okay, so I'm here with Justin Scott from Smart Communications to talk about implementing passkey in ColdFusion applications. Welcome, Justin.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So for those who are new to passkeys, how would you explain them in a simple terms?
So passkeys provide for a more secure workflow for authentication on websites and mobile applications. So instead of a username and password, a passkey can be used either as a complete replacement for both username and password, or it can be used as a replacement for the password. Passkeys are considered multi-factor because of the protocol designs. They typically require either biometric or a master password to unlock the private keys for passkeys. And so that can also replace things like time-based one-time passcodes. So it provides for a more streamlined interface for users to register and to authenticate going forward in a more secure manner.
Okay, and why are the passkeys considered a safer alternative to the traditional passwords?
So passwords have a lot of problems, one of which is people forget passwords all the time. And so you have to have all these complicated reset processes and validation routines in order to reset passwords. They can also be phished. So people will get phishing emails to attempt to either reset their passwords or get directed to a fake login form where they then enter the password and it gets stolen by an attacker. And that can obviously open up access to things that people shouldn't have. Passkeys, because they use asymmetric cryptography tied to a private key on a user's device or within their password manager, they're by design not able to be exported, and so they are therefore much more resistant to phishing attacks, and also prevents issues like password reuse across accounts. So when you register a passkey, the authenticator is going to generate a unique public and private key pair for every single passkey, and that's globally unique. So, people reuse passwords all the time. You can't do that with passkeys. So they're more secure from that standpoint as well.
And how easily it is for developers to integrate passkeys into ColdFusion applications?
Right now, not terribly easy, unfortunately, because of the design of passkeys and some of the encodings that are used, like base64 URL and the concise binary object representation, or CBOR format that passkeys use. There are no native ColdFusion functions to help with these. And so I'm in the process of working on a pure CFML implementation for passkeys that will be available hopefully soon after the conference here. But Adobe has announced that for ColdFusion 2026, that they are including native passkey support with ColdFusion 2026. So if you're in their subscription model, and you can upgrade to that when it comes out in, I think they're targeting Q2 of 26, it will have native passkey support built in as part of the language. So it'll get a lot easier with the next version.
Okay. So what are the biggest challenges developers face when implementing passkeys?
Right now, it's just education primarily around best practices. Passkeys are still considered a very new technology. The bigger tech companies like the Apples and the Microsofts and Googles of the world, they have huge engineering teams and budgets and can spend time on education and training. And unfortunately, a lot of smaller companies don't have those kinds of resources. And so it's education for the developers to properly understand how passkeys work and how to properly implement them, along with the best practices that go with that. And then there's going to be the user education side as well. So even if you implement passkeys perfectly into an application, you may get resistance from users because they're just not familiar with the technology. And as they become more prevalent and user education and developer education improve around these topics, it will become more mainstream and more widespread.
So do you see passkeys replacing password entirely in your near future?
The near future, no. Passwords will still be around for a long time. They have a lot of inertia behind them, and there's a lot of embedded products that you can't easily be updated that are going to fall behind on that front. From a web application standpoint, there's a lot of legacy code out there that's still going to be maintained. And again, that user education component is going to prevent some people from adopting it, even if it is available.
Right.
Long term, potentially. Microsoft, for example, their authentication routines now, you can sign up for an account through Microsoft and make it completely passwordless. They've made passkeys a first-class citizen
Right.
within their authentication system.
Right.
So the industry is moving in that direction to eliminate passwords, but passwords are going to be with us for a very long time.
Okay. So how can people follow your work or connect with you after the event?
After the event, if you want to connect with me, the best place to do that is on LinkedIn. And you just search for my name, Justin Scott, and you'll find me on there. I'm the Chief Information Security Officer with Smart Communications, and so I show up through them as well.
Okay. Thank you, Justin. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.